Morning. I had some thoughts come to my brain this morning that I wanted to share with you. I was thinking about a trip that I made with my dad. This last October, I took him up to Portland. It's about a 4-hour drive from here. He just happened to be in town visiting. And I thought, man, let's go up there for his birthday and let's take in this concert, Tyler Childers, one of my faves. And so we got in the car and we drove north. And, to be totally honest, I was kind of frustrated on the way up, because it was a work day and I was kind of impacted by calls I needed to make and meetings I needed to be on, and we had left a little bit later than I had wanted to, and so there was all this internal frustration, and so we stopped and got dinner, kind of midway up, and then hit a little coffee shop, and then made it to the concert venue just in time to park the car and get my dad, upstairs and situated before it started. And it was a great concert and I had an amazing time. And then he flew out the next day from Portland and I drove home. Moral of the story. I was thinking about it this morning and I was thinking, I'm really grateful for the time I got with my dad on that drive and in that restaurant and at that coffee shop. And when we saw that concert, all those things are really warm, grateful memory in me today. But on that day when we were doing it, there was internal frustration and there was distraction and there was all this competing emotion. And I was really struck this morning by the thought of a lot of times with my teens, when I put my time into my teenage kids, I don't see good reaction. I'll make extra time, or I'll put out extra effort, or I'll write extra little notes to try and encourage them, and I don't see it come back to me. But I was reminded this morning that we don't always get to see it come back, but it's worth the investment. Part of my miracle morning every morning, part of my daily affirmations, I speak these words of truth over myself, over my kids, and that is that I'm going to be intentional in the things I do. I'm going to do the things I know to be right, no matter the seeming outcome. That I'm going to love my kids without condition upon their performance. And it's easy to forget that in the day-to-day. It's easy to forget the way that I love Megan if I don't see her with reciprocity give me something back in the immediate. It's easy to feel like, was that really worth it? Was it worth the effort? I'm telling you today, it's worth the effort. You don't know how long you have with people. I was on the phone this morning with a friend who is likely going to lose his son this morning in the hospital, which is a terrible tragedy for any of us. I can't even imagine the weight on his heart. Don't miss connecting with the ones that you love, regardless of how it seems like they reciprocate, because you never know that warm spot it's going to strike in them 5 years, 10 years, longer than that down the road, even maybe once I'm gone, that they'll think back on. My teenage kids will think back, I remember the way my dad used to love me, and it stirred warmness in me. I wish I had been more intentional in the moment back then. So don't miss it today. Love you guys. Pizza Friday. I'll see you tonight at Pizza Friday if you're going to Little Caesars. Have a good day.